Hey, you ever try to put new line on your reel by yourself? Try to put a little tension in it as you're bringing it up? It's not that easy. But I came up with an idea. It's my fishing hack number something. I can't remember. They're out there on the YouTube. I don't remember how many I've posted. But I'll be right back. Going to show you how this works. Okay, so what are the things you need to make this happen? Well, you need a pole that you've taken the line off. You need new line. In this case, we got braided, matching, bright yellow. You need some type of clamp device, and you need a dowel rod. Here we go. So, it's really this simple. We're gonna take this dowel rod, we're gonna put it in the hole on this fishing line. Let's go through the other side, it's a little bit easier. Push that through. I'm a one-handed guy here today. And now I've got a reel that does slip, but it slips kind of snuggy. So when I put this down in here and pinch it together and hang it over the thing, put the line in, I can reel in my line, and this is gonna have a nice tension like there's a fish on the other end. So I'll show you what it looks like when we get it in motion. So as you can see, hopefully, I got the spool on the clamp. I got the clamp hanging over the table just enough for this to be able to spin. There's enough weight to hold it. Now the key, it's gonna tug pretty good because I got this pretty tight. If I needed it a little looser, just take a little sandpaper and sand the dowel a little bit and loosen it up. If I need it a little tighter, because hey, let's face it, not all these spools are gonna be exactly that dowel size. Take some painter's tape, it's pretty cheap. Wrap it on until you get the tightness you want. The painter's tape comes off really easy when you're done. So, do you need 2 or 3 different size dowel rods? Maybe, but at minimum, if you have this one, you can make it work with sandpaper on and off. So let's give it a go. So I gotta get this started on the first run. Right now it's just kind of spinning around in there. So let's get it going around a couple times. All right, here we go. Now, I like to put this line on. This is a braided line. I'm giving it a try, 6-pound test. I like to put this on a little tight. You know, I don't want it extremely tight, but I don't want it loose. And so as I start to pull this, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get it going at first. So let's see. And I think the other key to this is pull straight up, right? So there we go. All right, here we go. Probably just a hair too tight for what I want. I probably need to sand it just a little bit. But overall, I think you get the concept. It does work good. You can put online yourself with a little bit of tension. Have a good one. Okay, I'm back with a quick update. So I took a basic little sandpaper on a stick and I sandpapered the middle of that about 1 inch all the way around to make that a little loosen up. So I want to show you how that works. Also, check this out. So my clamp just happens, it's like this, it happens to sit and kind of hook a little bit. Now I gotta bring these in a hair, but it sits really, really nice in this tackle box. And so it's gonna hold that up and not fall off the table. So let's take a look at how this works now. So now, I don't know, yeah, you see the tip of my pull. So it's getting a great bend. We probably don't want it to bend quite that much. So I'll move it over where I did the sanding. And now you can see I'm getting a little bit of bend, I'm getting a little bit of tension. And guess what? The best part? I didn't have to ask the ladies to come out here and hold the fishing line for me. They don't love that. See ya. Hey, I want to show you another fishing hack that I worked on. I'll just tag it on the back of this. I stole this one. I guess. I borrowed it from YouTube. I've seen it on several occasions. You can find it on YouTube. It's pretty easy. I'm going to show you my version of it in condensed form. But hey, check this out. If you look at, I put a lure on this, so I've got my new line. Looks good, matches the pole. It's kind of cool. But I got this new braided line, and I got this really nice lure I'm going to go try out when I test this line out and see if I like it. Now, this lure has a double set hook, right? A double, triple hook, which most lures do, even regular hooks. My problem is I built a really cool rack for the back of my Traverse. I was going to say Blazer, Trailblazer. It's Traverse now. But I built a rack. I can show you what it looks like real quick. It's pretty simple. You might have seen it in a previous hack. I was using bungee cords. The problem was the back part where the reels were, the bungee cords were bouncing up and down. So I actually took a dowel rod. Wonder where I got that piece of dowel rod earlier. But I took a dowel rod. I cut it to fit the size of my Traverse. I hooked these on basically where the seat belt go in and out in the very last row. But I hooked this, and now I've got the ability to take 8 different fishing poles, and I still use a bungee cord on the front by the headrest. But this is fantastic. I can use these carabiners to hook the hook the poles wherever I want. I can hook them. You know, in this case, I can hook them across right like this. You know, they can hang like this. It's really cool. Or I can even turn it sideways and hook it on the reel if I want. So it just kind of depends on what pole I got and who else is riding in there and stuff. But it's a nice, simple way. And here's the hack I wanted to really show you. And that is, when I take this in my Traverse, it's got leather seats. And I don't want those hooks catching on the leather seats. So you got a couple options. You can buy lure covers at Dick's and stuff. Or you can get some cool looking duct tape and some strips, some Velcro strips that you cut to fit. I'll hold this a little bit closer so you can get a sense. But you basically just do the duct tape, lay it upside down, side by side. It can touch a little, side by side going one way. Then you go the other way, smack them together, apply your sticky duct tape. Apply your sticky Velcro. And so you just want it on 3 sides and then opposite there. And the reason you want that is when you put this around your pole, let me show you. So now when I go to put this in my car, this gets real easy. I wrap this around the lure, I pull it tight on top, I pull it tight on the bottom, I Velcro it on, and yeah, you know, you can make any crazy color you want. The nice part is this now, no matter what, isn't gonna hook my seats. So I can show you how to build those if you want. You can send me a note. I can talk you through it. It's really pretty simple. You know, if you got young kids, especially young boys that like fishing, I would absolutely have them make it. The key to it, though, for me, is I have a straight edge at the end, and I do it on top of a cutting board. And at the very end, I make it bigger than I need. And then once the tape's on both ways, so it's not sticky anymore, then I measure off where I want, and I cut it with a really sharp carpenter knife. It's really pretty simple. Put a crease down the middle. So, good stuff. Hope that helps you out. Have a good day fishing.